See hey, everybody. Welcome to another one of Tim Gillette's broadcasts. And I never bothered to go check to make sure everything was working. Yeah, everything. Hey, I hope it's all working. So, hey guys, Tim Gillette here, author, creator of Rock and Roll Keys to Business Success, the Rock Around Your Blog system, and the new blog and video con here in Dallas, Texas. So, hey, I just wanted to touch base with you guys today. I did a little video yesterday, and I talked about the idea of why I am brand loyal hey, Elaine, thanks for joining. I talked about why I was brand loyal to a couple different brands. Number one, I talked about Starbucks. Number two, I talked about Southwest. Number three, I talked about Facebook. And I'm going to kind of go back through these points today. But I wanted to actually talk about this brand loyalty. And when you see someone brand loyal, all right, hey, Patricia, thanks for joining. You see someone who's brand loyal, all right, are you quick to go get them as a client? So I'll go down here real quick, and I basically had a few questions. I'm going to do a quick video here today. This will be reposted out on my blog, so those people who hey, my cousin Cindy's in the room. I love my cousin Cindy. So I'm going to do these real quick, all right? It will be on my blog later, all right, as well as the notes. We put this on the blog, and we talk about this idea of, when we create it here in Dallas, we're creating the new thing. It's called the Blog and Video Con. And you can go to blogandvideocon.com, and the actual information will be there shortly as to what we're going to have. Our new first conference going to be in November of 2018 here in the Dallas, Texas area. And as of the moment of making this video, it's either going to be in Grapevine or Irving, Texas. All right, we have two locations that we are still trying to narrow down. We're trying to get them to compete with one another. But anyway, enough about that. The customer does not make the loyalty. Haha, yeah, good question. So, always can count on David Vaughn coming in with a great comment or two. So, yesterday, all right, I talked about Starbucks, I talked about Southwest, and I talked about Facebook. And I talked to you why I am still very brand loyal to the three of them, even though they have had some trembling, tough times recently. And let's Starbucks. I talk about Starbucks always makes it right. Starbucks has consistently had that in their policy over the years is we're going to make this right. It's one of the reasons I've always stayed with Starbucks. Number two, they are consistent. I can go from store to store anywhere in the United States or the world for that matter to a Starbucks store and know that my drink is going to taste the same consistently. They've built a system on consistently. All right, and I love that. And number three that I talked about is they've always said that we're in the people business making coffee. And I am going to support any business that is their drive. They're in the people business. I personally am in the people business creating bloggers. All right, that is what I'm in. I'm in the people business. All right, and when a company has been known for saying that, I'm going to become a loyal fan. The second one was Southwest, and we talked about Southwest and the plane incident that went down in Philadelphia. And the thing that was we talked about that was Southwest. All right, immediately. Again, made it right. They went to all of the people who were on board that plane and they did something to make it right. All right, and I'm pretty sure that I said that they're going to make it right to the family who lost a family member. All right, it's just what Southwest have always done. Number two, Southwest has always gotten on there. All right, to reward those people who use them consistently. We're faithful followers of Southwest because we get a lot of rewards. All right, for using their services. All right, they also offer us great deals. Great things, but the biggest thing that I've always said about Southwest and why I'm going to be brand loyal to them is I am thanked for my business every step of the way. Good morning, Berlin. Good to see you. I am thanked for my business every step of the way that's made me a brand loyal to Southwest, and I literally do not fly any other airline. I fly Southwest only. All right, it's why I do it. Number three, I talked about Facebook. Facebook, and I kind of didn't bring up some of these things, but I want to bring them up today, and they may touch on some of you. Some of you may like and dislike the idea. But number one, Mark Zuckerberg, in this hassle, Mark Zuckerberg stood up and said, I am the bottom line. I am taking responsibility for what happened. I still don't know everything that happened, but Mark Zuckerberg stood up as the creator and founder of this company, and the guy who runs it, and said, buck stops here, dude. That takes guts, especially when you're a worldwide brand like he is. All right, stood up. The second thing is Facebook is still, why I'm brand loyal, they are still the place that you can go out and it's still a place to talk and have freedom of speech. I know a lot of people say, well, no, they squelch this, they squelch that bullshit. All right, Facebook lets you put out what, all right, yes, they have certain guidelines, but pretty much you have the right to speak and say that you are a Republican, a Democrat, a Christian, a Jew, all right, an atheist. You know what I mean? You still have that right on Facebook, and they really don't squelch that 100%. So, and thirdly it is the best value for the advertising money. Now, I've given you 3 brands that I am brand loyal to, all right, and I've given you reasons, pretty much 3 reasons for each one. And I want to talk about this brand loyalty thing for a bit, because I'm brand loyal to a lot of other brands, all right, that I don't speak a lot of, all right. I'm kind of brand loyal in hotels to SPG, to Starwood Hotels and Marriott Hotels. Trying to think what else. I'm kind of a Dodge person. I'm kind of loyal to Dodge. I'm loyal to Apple. These are companies I'm kind of loyal to. They've created a good product, a good service, and they've been consistent with it, so I stick with them. One of the ones that I actually have that I've done over the years, all right, was I've always stuck with the hotels chains that I love, all right, and I kind of come up with this topic today because I was thinking about that, and I wanted to talk about the idea that someone actually, I'm actually putting it out there right now because I'm trying to book an event. I've got down to 2 hotels, and literally I'm playing phone tag with a couple different people. And I'm wondering, all right, if they found out, if they knew how brand loyal I was to some of these companies, would they jump to try to make a deal with me faster? All right? And I wanted to think about that as a client, because if you knew, well, I mean, the 3 questions I had here, but if you knew a person was brand loyal, would you do things to create the deal faster with them? Think about that. You know that this person's consistent on brand loyalty, all right? They like a certain brand. They like different brands. And now you have a service or a product that they need or want. Would you put them up on the call list to call and try to cement that deal? I really want you to think about that for a second, because one of the reasons I did this call today was the whole idea is, if I knew, all right, any one of these people were a brand loyal type person, I want to cement the deal. They're probably going to be an easier customer to deal with. Just something to think about there. Second thing is, all right, what do you offer as a brand that would make people be brand loyal to you? In your business, if you're an author, you're a speaker, you're a coach, you're something, along that lines. I know you're in a ministry, all right. You're in, you know what I mean. You provide an ice creams, or you have a yogurt stand, all right. What are you going to offer, all right, that would make people want to be brand loyal with you? Again, it's consistency right there. I talked about consistency in both things there. I talked about making it right. 2 of the 3 brands I mentioned, all right. Those are things that are important to a lot of people. All right, thanking them for their service, thanking them for their service. Those are consistent things that would make people want to go, oh, okay, I want to do business with this person because of whatever. But then it flips to when something like these 3 companies I mentioned all had something bad happen, and when something bad happens, what are you going to do to keep that loyal client? Now, if something bad happens, and I've had some bad situations happen over the years of running events and doing things, and I try to always make it right. All right, and yeah, I can tell you stories that probably aren't that great, some inconsistent, rough stories. But I'm going to tell you one, and I haven't seen him on any of my broadcasts. We're friends still on Facebook, but our niches are totally different. But there's this guy Steve who lives here in Dallas. And Steve actually was going to buy a ticket to one of my events because he found us online. And what Steve did was he bought the ticket online, and then like 5 or 6 days later, I think it was like close to the weekend that we were going to do the event, he called up and said, oh man, I can't come. Can I get my money back? And I said, no. The ticket said that your money, it was a non-refundable ticket. All right. Basically, you bought a ticket. You can transfer it to somebody, or you can come to a later function if you wish. And he decided to put out a he decided to, because he paid through PayPal and went on to PayPal and he put in a whole argument against me, and I won the dispute with PayPal and I got to keep the money. And about 6 months or 9 months later, maybe it might have been a year later, Steve reached out to me and he said, we got off on the wrong foot. Can we talk? Can I buy you a cup of coffee so we can talk? And literally he did. He met me at a Starbucks, bought me a cup of coffee, and we sat and talked for 45 minutes, and we're friends now because of it. All right? It was a bad thing, a bad deal on both parts, where two people can be totally angry at each other. And we didn't go in and fight with each other, but now we see each other at functions all the time. We really aren't in the same realm, but we're in the same community of people. So a lot of people know who we are. So we didn't fight with each other, but when we saw a situation, we go, how do we fix this? And I get hats off to this guy, all right, because he's, first of all, he's in the relationship business, all right, and he said, hey, what can I do to make this right? Hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee so we can sit down and talk, because I think we got off on the wrong foot. And we got down. He ended up coming to one of my events. He's not a fit for a client for mine. Maybe he someday might be. I don't know. Maybe he'll come into one of our blog and video cons because it would fit his niche to do those tasks. But had I not went, okay, what can we do to work this out? What can I do to connect and make this guy, make it right. All right. A bad situation happened and I want to make it right. And that's what I ended up doing, guys, is I ended up going to do it. Now, I'm not perfect. I've screwed up before. That's why I do these videos, to talk about it. All right. I do these videos online to use these for a blog post to make people, number one, I'm in the business of helping people blog and video. That's just what I do. blogandvideocon.com, which is recently purchased, and it's a blog and video conference here in the Dallas, Texas area. It's what we do. Help people use video, live streaming tools, video tools, all right, to record, and then we teach people to convert that and make blogs with it. So both. And I have a system down. If you want to find out more about what system is, I actually make the notes for everything I do. I do the video, then I put the notes on the blog post, and this is now, I'm using this to build my audience in 3 areas. Number 1, I'm trying to build a Facebook audience. Number 2, I'm trying to build a YouTube audience. And number 3, I'm trying to build a blogging audience. I am trying to build that audience in 3 different areas. I'm going to do things wrong on occasion. I am trying to build a brand loyal type thing. I love it when people go, give me the thumbs up, and then they give me the hearts, and hey, we love you, and all that stuff. It works. But every now and then I get a, don't like that. It just happens. How you handle it is what's going to determine whether people are going to be brand loyal to you or not. I want you to think about that today. That's my message for today. That's all I've got for you guys. I'm going to put these up. Like I said, the video will be up on my YouTube channel within the hour, and it'll also be up on my blog this afternoon. I hope these help you, all right? You want to find out more about what I do, see the thing down. What is it? I can point to it on my screen, but it's backwards. All right? Go to timgillette.com. All right, put your name and email address in there. Get on our newsletter list. Find out a little bit more about our conference that we got coming up. Blog and Video Con, all right, here in Dallas, Texas. We'll be in Dallas November 2nd and 3rd. We'd love to see you come by and find out how you can use blogs and videos to help make you some blog and video brand loyal people. Something to think about. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. All right. The people who joined in today live. All right. And by the way, do me a favor. If you've watched this up until now, just tell me where you listened in from. I'd like to see what parts of the country this thing's getting out to. And if this really helped you, go ahead and share this with your audience. Just hit the share button, put it over there, put it on your groups. All right, I've made this an open video for you to be able to share with your groups. I'd appreciate it if you found value into it to share with people who might find it of value also. I'm Tim Gillette, and I'll see you next time.